For a moment, it helps, but then the anxiety comes back. And when it does, it feels stronger. And so you think, what is wrong with me? Why isn't this working? Today, I'm going to show you 5 common anxiety fixes that actually keep people stuck and how to tweak each one so that they start to work long term. Fix number 1 is avoidance. Anxiety is exhausting, so we try to protect against feeling it at all. And we conclude, if it makes me feel anxious, I just won't do it. It might look like you get invited somewhere, you feel an anxiety spike, and your brain says, nope. So you cancel, and instantly relief. And you think, see, that was the right call. But what did the brain just learn? That situation was dangerous. Good thing we escaped. Avoidance lowers anxiety short term and strengthens it long term. So here's the upgrade. Don't eliminate avoidance, just shrink it. Instead of I'm not going, try I'm going to go for 15 minutes, or I'm going to stay until my anxiety drops by 20%. I'm not leaving at the peak. Now you're doing exposure. Now your brain learns this is uncomfortable, but survivable. I'm okay. And that's how anxiety shrinks. Not by escaping, but by updating your predictions. Fix number 2 is just stop thinking about it. You tell yourself, stop. Don't go there. Shut up. And somehow that thought gets louder. Now you're not only anxious, but you're anxious about the thought of being anxious. Thought suppression is like holding a beach ball underwater. It always pops back up. So here's the upgrade. Instead of thinking, stop thinking that, say, I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail. My mind is predicting danger again. You just created mental distance. And that allows you to stop over-identifying with the thought. That's called cognitive diffusion. You didn't delete the thought, you changed your relationship to it. And when that threat feels less believable, the anxious feelings follow. If this is already shifting how you see your anxiety, pause for just a second, subscribe. Because this channel isn't about hacks, it's about principles that rewire you and how you live. Fix number 3 is reassurance. This one is kind of sneaky. You text, are you mad at me? Or do you think I did something wrong? Or is this normal? And they say, you're fine. And you relax for a bit. But again, what did your brain learn? I can't handle this uncertainty. And the problem is that even with others' reassurance, things are always a little uncertain to some degree. So the upgrade is to try this. Delay reassurance, 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 30. And during the delay, say, I don't know what will happen, and I can handle not knowing. Then in the meantime, do something that matters to you. Move on with life in a truly meaningful way, in spite of not knowing. Now you're building distress tolerance and making friends with the unknown. You're training your nervous system to survive uncertainty without rituals, and that's long-term relief. Fix number 4 is positive affirmations. I am calm. I am safe. Nothing bad will happen. But your brain responds, really? Are we though? When affirmations feel fake, your mind rejects them. So here's the upgrade. Switch from fantasy to resilience. From nothing bad will happen to if something hard happens, I can respond. That builds coping confidence. Anxiety reduces not because danger disappears, but because capability increases. Fix number 5, crystals, stones, or lucky objects. Let's talk about this gently. Some people carry a crystal or a bracelet or a coin, and they say it calms them. There's no good peer-reviewed evidence that stones have anxiety-altering properties all by themselves. But here's the thing, the object might not be magic, but your attention just might be. So here's the upgrade. Don't get rid of that stone or object, keep the object. Just change its meaning. Instead of "this crystal removes anxiety," shift to "this is my attention anchor." When you touch it, slow your breath, relax your shoulders, label the thought, redirect to your values. Now it's not mystical, it's a cue. You've turned superstition into attention training, and that has been shown to be very powerful. So here's the big takeaway. Most anxiety fixing advice aims for immediate comfort that actually teaches your brain to take shelter and that you can't handle this. Effective anxiety treatment aims for nervous system learning that I can handle more than I ever thought possible. So remember, anxiety shrinks when you approach instead of escape, when you label instead of suppress, when you tolerate instead of reassure, when you build resilience instead of fake positivity, when you train attention instead of outsourcing your power. If you want to further dive into how to use your brain's built-in power of neuroplasticity, check out the video linked at the end of this video. To finally shift from anxious or intrusive thoughts, and if one of these 5 hit you like, "Yep, that's me," comment which one, because the moment you see the pattern, you can start to rewire it. And that's where real relief begins.